Good afternoon, and welcome to the sixth installment of the Effective Digital Marketing Awards. I'm Melanie Bronson, and my co-host today is David Murphy, co-founder of Masterclassing and chair of our judging committee.
Good afternoon, everyone. My main job here is to celebrate our winners' success in time-honoured fashion with a non-virtual sip from my non-virtual champagne. So,
I
cheers.
think you've got the easy job today, David.
Always.
Great. So let's get this underway, shall we? Over the last couple of years, we have found that a virtual awards ceremony works well for a global awards program. So welcome back. It is great to have you all here from so many corners of the world. And thank you to those of you who got up early or are staying up late to join us. Once again, we were dazzled by the quality of entries this year. So whether you win or not, being considered a finalist is an achievement in and of itself. Now, before we start on the awards, I would like to take a moment to explain a bit of background about the awards program and the format today. Over 11 years ago, Masterclassing began by hosting a handful of digital marketing events in London and aimed to bring together brand marketing leaders and the agencies who supported them. Over time, Masterclassing expanded, and this year we will hold over 300 events globally, including virtual events, workshops, webinars, and I'm delighted to say, in-person events. From our two headquarters in Brooklyn, New York, and here in the UK, we host events in the UK, Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, and North America. 6 years ago, we decided to begin celebrating the great work that we were seeing, and the Effective Digital Marketing Awards, or EDMAs, were born. This year, 23 countries around the world are represented in this year's entries. Well, this year's finalists, really. Today, we have 20 categories, followed by 3 special awards. The final award is the Grand Prix, recognizing the best of the best. So this is important. If you win in any category today, make sure you stick around for the Grand Prix award. As we proceed through each of the categories, you will see who made the list of finalists and hear what the judges thought of the winning entry. To better understand each of the winning campaigns or platforms, David will then take a glimpse into the winning work through a brief interview. So if you are the pre-organized spokesperson for your entry, please be ready to turn on your camera and microphone and discuss your work. Now, let's get started with a look at the entries through a video montage. Well, there we go. There was a lot in that 2-minute video, and we didn't want to cut anyone out and shortchange them their moment in the sun. So just looking at those images, it's clear that the judges had quite a task ahead of them and had their work cut out for them. We wouldn't be here without our judges today. So let's take a moment to acknowledge them. The judges represent leading brands from around the world that have served as keynote speakers at masterclassing events, sharing their brand's experiences in different aspects of digital marketing. I'd like to extend a special thank you to the judges who have joined us here today. Thank you to Alexis from Condé Nast, to Courtney from Kendra Scott, Antonis from Charlotte Tilbury, Kate from Lego, Sush from Total Tools, Zishan from Legoland Malaysia, and Avantika from Fresh Prep. Thank you all. And to thank you to all of the judges for your time and your consideration this year. It takes a while to go through entries and to analyze what has been forward and to make some painstaking choices. So thank you very much. It's now time to find out who the winners are. And by the way, if you are a winner today, your trophy will be sent to you. So let's get started and learn which campaigns have been deemed most effective. First up, we have the most effective international campaign. On the screen, you will see all of the shortlisted entries, and the judges said that everything about the winning entry is impressive, from the concept behind the development of the product itself, the precision of the strategy, the execution, and of course, hugely impressive results. And the winner is Lock Electronics and Nook, with a dishwasher from Scotland that conquered the world in 30 days. Here to accept the award is Lena from Nook Digital. And I'll turn things over to you, David.
So thanks, Melanie. So Lena, are you with us?
Yes,
Melanie, we might need, hi. Where are you dialing in from today, Lena?
Manchester.
Oh, good stuff. Lovely part of the world as a northerner myself. So look, the job here was to launch a new dishwasher globally, generate $100,000 in pre-orders in 30 days. Quite an unusual product. So tell us a little bit about the product, which you can see on the screen there, and also how you went about it.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, I need to give full credit for the product design to our amazing client, Lock Electronics, who are from Scotland. So I guess you, David, you're in London, are you? So
yes, indeed.
In the middle towards Scotland. And yeah, the idea was obviously to have something that's compact for, small apartments that doesn't need main configurations, that, the client actually thought that Asian market, specifically Hong Kong, Singapore with small apartments would be a great market for them, as well as in the US, because obviously consumer electronics, the biggest market is US. The target there specifically was more sort of like RV users that could just have this in an RV, put it in, take it out whenever they need it, rather than, having to, just hassle about, as well as small sort of professionals that just want something in the apartment if they don't have a dishwasher and don't want to fuss with washing with their hands.
Good stuff. And in 30 seconds, I realize this is a challenge. Just tell us how you hit those targets. In fact, you smashed them, didn't you? I think you raised, you had $737,000 worth of pre-orders in 30 days against that $100,000 target. So just as briefly as you can, as succinctly, how did you go about it?
Yeah, so we've set up a wait list page. So it took about, I think, a month before we launched the pre-order. So pre-orders, if you will. So we generated a subscriber list of about 7,000 people, a wait list where we had them pre-book their right to reserve once the pre-orders went live, because obviously the units were limited. So we just went for sort of early adopters that we find on Kickstarter. Got them in line, and then once the campaign went up, I think we raised that goal 100,000 within the first 24 hours, and then we just scaled from what we've learned during that first month. In those first 30 days, we've learned a lot in terms of audience, in terms of who's interested, in terms of how to position the product, and then we kind of just had 30 days for scale. So we went then from 100K in the first day to 700K by end of day 30. So it was a very intense ride.
Good stuff. Well, look, we're going to be writing up all the winning campaigns and putting them on our sister title, mobilemarketingmagazine.com. So if anyone wants to read a bit more about this particular one and all the rest, they'll be up there over the course of next week. But for now, Lena, Congratulations. I can't get the words out. Cheers.
Thank you so much. Cheers. I have water.
Oh,
Cheers.
well, there you go. I also have water, but I also have champagne.
Good, thank you.
Congratulations, Lena. Okay, the next category is the most effective video campaign. Here, the judges said that the winner provided a well thought through strategy combined with beautiful photography and creative executions, making this campaign a winner. And the winner for the most effective video campaign is Redefine Meat and Moburst for the Redefine Meat International launch. Here to accept the award is Aaron from Moburst.
Aaron, congratulations. I was looking at you on the screen there as that was announced. You took that very calmly. I was expecting punch in the air, jumping out your chair, whatever.
No, we're good. We're excited, very excited about the award. A lot went into it. You can see with the graphics here, our creative team and our video team worked hand in hand to really try and create something really special for this new product.
And another wacky product, 3D printed, not meat, but something that looks and feels like meat, yeah?
Yeah, so it's 3D printed, quote unquote, new meat is what they refer to it as, but it's all protein based. And it's really, they spent years perfecting the texture, which is really the key. And this whole campaign was about getting the product out there into restaurants. And I think right now it's in a couple hundred restaurants throughout Europe. Michelin star, Michelin top, 5-star restaurants. Really, we're getting it out there to everyone, and most people can't even tell the difference.
Good stuff. Well, when you get a minute, if you could tell me where I can find it in London, because I'm very keen to give it a go. It looks amazing from your great videos, actually. And just a quick word on results: 16 million video views on TikTok in 60 days, and big numbers on Facebook and Instagram as well. So you obviously got the marketing right and got it out there and got it seen.
Yeah, it was an incredible challenge because the product wasn't yet launched. We needed restaurants to sign up to have it, but restaurants wouldn't do anything unless we created a demand. So really, it was a very strategic, social media campaign with these videos. Really creating the videos and the visuals had to be so cutting edge that people would want to sign up and just basically get waitlisted for this to prove that there is a demand. So we worked really hard to, you watch the video for it, you think you're, going to a Michelin star restaurant for steak. Really can't tell the difference. And it really, that video just took on a kind of a life of its own. And I think, it's kind of also a great video at the right time, in where people are looking for things like this. And, we just got very, say lucky, but, our team is, really knows what they're doing and they're excellent at it. So they were able to, make all the different parts of this campaign work together.
Good stuff. Well, congratulations. Thanks to Lena from Nuke, who's just put in the chat where we can get it, Brasserie at Selfridges in London. So I'll be there straight after this ceremony, probably. See you later. Well done. Cheers.
Well done, Aaron. I had to break it to my son, who saw me going through the awards material, getting ready for today, that I would not be printing him burgers at home. So he was very disappointed.
Yeah, it's if they did it for the home where you can just print these on your own, it would be a whole different game. I'm sure they'll get there.
I'm sure. Well, that's the next generation, right? Next up, we have the most effective content marketing campaign. Here, the judges said that this winning campaign exemplified a highly effective pivot to leverage digital channels with great results. And the winner is Diageo Bar Academy and Smarts with virtual success, revitalizing the global bar industry. Here to accept the award is Jennifer from Smarts.
Hi.
Hi, Jennifer. Congratulations. Well done. So this was all about training up bartenders, but trying to do that in the middle of a pandemic. Yeah. So just explain how that worked.
Yeah, so obviously in the middle of the pandemic, the on-trade shut down. So every bar and restaurant shut down. However, that meant for us that our core audience were actually more captive now that they had more time to browse social media, more time to be on the internet and not actually being in the bar. So what we wanted to do was revitalize and energize the on-trade. So any bar professional on a global scale. What we did was we like we use a lot of data-driven insight and data-driven research, like surveying our audience and surveying bar professionals. And we essentially wanted to provide them with content that really provided support and provided value to them.
Yeah, and I think from the results, you had something like 10,000 signups to your online masterclasses. So obviously worked.
Yeah, it definitely did work. Yeah, so we ended up doubling, I think, our signups to our masterclasses. We doubled our website users, our members on the site, and as well as completely overachieved in all of our social KPIs. So it was a great year for DBA.
Good stuff. And just one thing that just occurred to me, now that you can go back to in-person training, will you keep these online events going?
Oh, 100%. So from a Diageo perspective, they definitely now want to leverage both online and offline channels. So our global online ecosystem is a big one for Diageo in 2022 and 2023.
Good stuff. Well done. Very well done indeed.
Congrats, Jennifer.
Thanks.
Next up, we have the most effective DTC e-commerce campaign. The judges said that the winning campaign was built on smart insights, building a solid foundation for the campaign and generating impressive results, especially the search rank improvement and revenue numbers. And the winner is B&Q and Yodel Mobile, with B&Q unlocks the power of mobile app success. Here to accept the award are Mick and Igor from Yodel Mobile.
Hey everyone, thank you very much. We're excited. Unfortunately, Mick couldn't make this today for this meeting, but thank you very much.
Good.
It was amazing work.
Yeah, well done, Igor. I don't know how familiar you are with the work, but again, it was during the pandemic, stores are closed, so the app takes on new importance. So what would B&Q looking to do with respect to the app?
Yeah, so what we were looking is actually to increase new user acquisition for B&Q and get those new users who are maybe not actively searching for B&Q brand on the App Store. So this was our goal. We conducted an ASO audit to look at the marketplace and the competitors, find our key opportunities, low-hanging fruits, build a long and short-term strategy as well. So the short-term strategy was focusing on really generic keywords that are focused on specific products that B&Q has to offer and getting those ranked at the very top positions. And by doing so, increasing the conversion rate for paying users and also further in the funnel.
Good stuff. And I know the results were confidential, but they were shared with the judges and including myself, and very impressive they were too. So great work. Well done, Igor. Cheers.
Thank you very much. I also want to thank B&Q and Andy and Gary and the full team for all the support and getting those deliverables and results there for B&Q.
Yeah, and I'll echo that. Harry spoke at one of our mobile events only about a week ago and shared the story. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Moving right along, the next category is the most effective B2B campaign. In this hotly contested category, the judges felt that the winning entry exhibited a great strategy using the insights for its foundation to inform the campaign, and the amount of coverage generated in mainstream titles was incredible, and all on a budget that would barely buy you a secondhand car. The winner for the most effective B2B campaign is Raja Workplace and TMWI for Dream Job. Here to accept the award is Emily from TMWI.
Amazing, thank you so much.
Oh, congratulations. Now, this is not with respect to your client here, the most exciting product, industrial workplace equipment, and a pretty small budget, I think. So what do you do?
Yeah, of course. I mean, they were a really great client to work with. So they're a subsidiary of Raja Pack, but they set up a B2B arm with workplace equipment, as you said. So they really wanted to find a campaign in the kind of pandemic times when the world of work was changing and find a way to tap into those kind of trends, that news coverage, So they really trusted us to do some research on their audience and then run a survey-led piece where we surveyed 2,000 employees across the UK about what their changing expectations were for jobs and the workplace. We put all of that together into a data-led story and then outreached it. It got incredible pickup, as you say, 119 individual piece of publications, all the national press. It got picked up on BBC London radio, magazines, B2B titles as well. So it tapped into that kind of consumer-facing press, but with a very B2B story that talked about what employees and employers were looking for and how sometimes that's different.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing about it, from my standpoint, was just the coverage that you managed to achieve. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, well done. Congratulations.
Yeah, amazing. And of course, huge thanks as always to the team. It's a small, really dedicated team that we have here who really put their everything into this. So yeah, amazing stuff.
Nice one. Good
Thank
start
you.
to the weekend.
Exactly.
Terrific. The next award is for the most effective integrated campaign. Here, the judges felt that the winning campaign was well strategized, executed, and implemented, and the emotional layer attached to it reflecting the harsh reality. Using the right communication channels and executions helped deliver better than expected results. And the winner for the most effective integrated campaign is MSF UK and Crafted for the Afghan Crisis Appeal 2021. Here to accept the award is Beatty from Crafted.
Hello.
Hi, well done, well done. So you guys have been here before. You regularly enter and regularly win, and you've with some of your great work for MSF. I don't know if everyone on the call would realise that Afghan doesn't get any international aid anymore, or certainly much less than it used to. So this is important work. Just give us a feel for what you're aiming to do.
Yeah, exactly. So this appeal specifically was our Christmas appeal last year that fundraised for Afghanistan, obviously to help their struggling healthcare system due to years and years of conflict. And as you just said, MSF is doing amazing work in Afghanistan and the neighboring countries for years now, when no one else would help the people there, basically. Also, we've seen like troubled times in the UK over the last year, but it is so positive and heartwarming to see that people in the UK are still willing to donate to humanitarian aid, that Afghanistan is still in people's mind. And because of the news coverage of the last year, we've definitely seen some really great results in this campaign. So yeah, this is our 5th campaign with MSF. So we have 5 campaigns worth of learnings and insights on targeting and creatives that can be applied to this one specifically, making it our best one yet. Having multiple channels all working really hard on each step of the funnel, we were able to reach potential donors wherever they are at their journey with MSF and get the message out. So it's really, really positive, and collaborating with MSF is always really great. Constant news coverage last year also worked in our favor, and we would double down on paid activity whenever there's TV coverage. People are talking about it, and just capitalize on the opportunities. The result actually speaks for itself. We've delivered 1.27 million just from paid media alone. Total donation was 2.77 million raised from the whole campaign, which is more than double the target. So really, really great campaign. So thank you.
Yeah, great campaign, great summary of it. Thank you very much indeed. Well done and cheers.
Thanks.
Okay, the 7th award of the day, we're making our way through these. The 7th award of the day is for the most effective launch campaign. Here, the judges found that the winner had clear and ambitious goals, a well thought out strategy on which to deliver them, and results that blew the original targets out of the water. Brilliant. And the winner for the most effective launch campaign is Lock Electronics and Nook with a dishwasher launch with $735,000 in 30 days. And I'd like to welcome back Lena from Nook Digital to accept the award.
Oh, this is such a great surprise. I'm pretty excited about the team. Actually, I'm quite sad because Alex from our team, who originally worked hands-on on this campaign, I was just sort of there as her manager. She fell sick today and couldn't join, and it would have been so nice if she could be here accepting both of these awards.
Well, hopefully when she gets the news, that'll perk her up a little bit. So I won't ask you to talk us through the campaign again, Lena. I'll just say very well done. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And we'll be able to give her the video.
Yeah, oh, that's great. I'll definitely do that.
Great. Okay, our next category is the most effective performance marketing campaign. In this category, the judges said that the winner had overall strong planning and execution for this campaign, with the results justifying the use of digital mediums to achieve their goals. And the winner for the most effective performance marketing campaign is MSF UK and Crafted for the Afghan Crisis Appeal 2021. So I'd like to welcome back BT from Crafted to accept the award.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, likewise, again, I think you gave us a very succinct and comprehensive sort of summary of the campaign a couple of minutes ago, so I won't make you do that again. Just very well done.
Thanks.
Okay, the next award is for the most effective attribution solution. The judges said that the winning solution is an excellent way to leverage innovation to solve the pressing and age-old attribution problem in today's modern world. And the winner is QueryClick, with The Way the Cookie Crumbles, paving the way for AI-driven attribution. Here to accept the award is Chris from QueryClick. Welcome, Chris.
Hi, thank you very much. That's really great. I'm delighted.
Yeah, well done, Chris. Could you give us a 30-minute rundown of the platform and everything? No, don't do that. So I feel like I know Corvidae pretty well because Chris has done a lot of events with us where he's talked about it and how it's applied. And I feel quite comfortable saying that because this is not my decision, it's the judging panel's decision. And they saw for themselves and decided that this deserved the award. But just give the people on the call a feel for the problem that you're trying to solve with Corvidae and how it does it.
Yeah, but basically we recognized, about 8 years ago that attribution really wasn't working. And rather than that being a fault of the models, it was the fault of the analytics technology that we use. So we use pixels and first-party cookies. So really, we learned that those cookies are the cause of all attribution failure. So they don't allow you to really see what's going on across device or multi-browser environments, which we all live in. So basically, we found a way to use AI to replace the role of the cookie completely, first and third party, and change from being about 20% accurate in our digital analytics, if we're using Geo or Adobe, to now more than 98% accurate. So really, it's, I think, a nice application of AI that helps us all as marketers have something that's genuinely accurate, and then obviously we can all take advantage of that. And it's been a real success story for us over the last year or so. Lots of partnerships going on, lots of agencies working with Corvidae now, and just really excited to see it take off.
Excellent. Yeah, and there were some good numbers and good testimonials in your entry, which obviously impressed the judges. So well done, Chris. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, up next, we have the most effective FMCG CPG campaign. One of the judges commented, with this campaign, the winner set out to own their product's market space, and it would be hard to argue that they didn't succeed. A broad range of quality content delivered sizable increases in web sessions and session duration, smashing the campaign's initial targets. And the winner is Nescafe and TMWI with Searching for the Perfect Coffee. I'd like to welcome back Emily from TMWI to accept the award.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
So Emily, this is Nescafe, a very well-known brand. They've got a website, the content's a bit out of date, the visitor numbers are falling, and they're looking to own the coffee space. So again, if you could just explain how you went about it.
Yeah, of course. So Nescafe, because they're a global brand, they received a new website from the global team that damaged their visibility. It was all templated. It wasn't quite what they were looking for. At the same time, they decided a lot of their online content was really outdated. So we worked with them to run our audience and search intent modeling process, which is where we take audience data and we overlay search data to do an audience-led search strategy. Off the back of that, we worked with them to develop new content areas in the site to group it into themes such as understanding coffee or coffee culture around the world. And at that point, the team really went off and created huge amounts of content. It was all built with SEO in mind and the audience in mind. It was long form content, really interactive visual pieces as well. And it started to really grow the site, grow their top rankings. It saw huge increases, as you say, in traffic. They had a record-breaking year. It absolutely smashed their targets in terms of traffic, in terms of rankings, in terms of their just website visitors. And it also had a big positive halo effect on all of their product pages as well, because all of the content was linking back to relevant products. So yeah, it's been an amazing campaign, and just a really, really strong one for results as well. So yeah, we're over the moon with this.
Yep, good stuff. No, the results certainly were strong, and I always stress that these awards are about effectiveness, and we do weight the results part of thing to be more important than all the other parts, really, because that's what we're trying to reward. So it certainly ticked that box very well indeed. So well done. Thank you very much indeed. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we are at the halfway point. Today's 11th award is for the most effective influencer campaign. Here, the judges indicated that the winner was a smart, timely campaign that clearly pushed the boundaries. It was also refreshing to see an applicant without many resources and a limited budget still producing such impactful work. And the winner for the most effective influencer campaign is Thermo Fisher Scientific with This Is How I Science. Here to accept the award is Sarah from Thermo Fisher Scientific.
Hi, thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. Very well done. Now, look, if I think of influencer campaigns, I think of fashion, cosmetics, holidays. You know, this was a little bit different, you know, trying to promote diversity and inclusion in the scientific community. So what made you think that an influencer campaign was a way to do this?
So at the time, this actually took place at the height of the pandemic lockdown. Everybody was home from their labs. We had a lot of scientists tweeting about Black in science, Black in cancer, really magnifying the underrepresentation of Black and Hispanic workers in science and STEM. And I really wanted to shine a light on that and have Thermo Fisher take a part in that conversation, which is why I started reaching out to influencers to feature them.
And how big a challenge was it to get the content out of these men and women when you couldn't, you know, turn up with a camera crew because you weren't allowed to go and see them?
It was definitely a challenge. We had one day to do the interviews in December of 2020, so everybody was in lockdown. We were filming across 5 different time zones. There were a lot of obstacles to overcome, but I was really pleased with the campaign.
Good stuff. And I know from the results, there were great results in terms of visitors to the website, video views, and social engagement. So yeah, very worthy winner, Sarah. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, next up is the most effective mobile campaign. The judges said that the strategy of the winning campaign was super clear, and the shift to using influencer creative was smart. Their reporting challenges with ROI and the new iOS have been shared by many marketers, so it was interesting to hear how they solved them. Their metrics were also very impressive. And the winner is Abide and Moburst with the Abide app subscription campaign. I'd like to welcome back Aaron from Moburst.
Thanks again. Another exciting award.
Yeah, well done again, Aaron. So this, for the benefit of the people on the call, it's a Christian app focused on meditation, stories from the Bible, and helping people sleep. And you're tasked with driving more subscriptions at a better ROI. So again, what did you do? And talk a little bit about the iOS 14 challenge as well.
Got it. So, I mean, to start, they came to us originally because they were running campaigns, and their ROI was just, you know, it wasn't there. You know, their cost per acquisition was way too high. They came to us, and, you know, again, one of the great things with Moburst, having all the different departments, we kind of all work together and bounce stuff back and forth. And, try and figure out what works. And we realized the way to target this type of crowd with the meditation and the Christian crowd, very personalized content, stuff that feels very real and unique. So we decided to go the influencer route. And, we started with all the platforms, and we, gradually filtered it down to the ones that work best to keep the ROI, where it needed to be, and the customer acquisition cost, as low as possible. In terms of the attribution issues, one of the biggest problems was just it was very hard to track the data and understand what you were actually doing and if you were hitting the numbers you needed. And we slowly figured out that we were seeing things a couple weeks after that they happened. And through that kind of long tail and our team kind of sitting down and analyzing all the data, we were able to put together a real idea of what was going on. And we just changed the order of, the trials versus, trial to registration to subscription to registration, the trial subscription. So just manipulating that based on where we saw the interest lying in the registration, and then being able to target them after we figured out what actually was working through the attribution, analysis, really allowed us to hit, really impressive numbers with them. They were extremely happy, and so were we with the results.
Yeah. In line with a lot of the winners, you smashed those targets in terms of subscription numbers, cost per sub, and the ROI. So once again, very well done.
Thank you.
Next up, we have the most innovative campaign. In this category, the judges said this about the winner: using humor in a campaign is a bold and sometimes risky move, but it's done brilliantly here and with hugely impressive results. And the winner is Yext, for Yext, the 1999 Big B campaign. Here to accept the award is MJ from Yext.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, MJ, well done.
Great. Thank you.
Well done.
Great.
So this campaign was Yext promoting itself, highlighting the flaws with keyword search. You used humor to very good effect. Just tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So there was two main goals for this campaign. Yext is probably best known for its location listing services, and our goal is to be able to answer answers everywhere that consumers have them. So one of those key areas is on site search. We've seen so much growth in like things like technology, internet speed, storage capacity, even like consumer search. But site search, we felt was stuck in 1999 with a bunch of blue links and things that don't work. So we wanted to do two things with this campaign. One was to highlight the problem that most people seem to be unaware about, that you can have better search, and two, connect that back to Yext. So we kind of recreated this high school reunion where we went back to 1999. Everyone had kind of grown up and evolved, except for keyword search, which is pictured on screen. And it was a great play with nostalgia and humor, and it was really fun and relatable.
Yeah, no, it was good, and very good results as well. If you have a link to the video, the ad that you produced, feel free to put it in the chat, because it is funny, and it's people might enjoy watching it at some point.
Absolutely, I will do.
Nice one. Well done.
Thanks so much.
It took me a minute to realize just how long ago 1999 was. Like, oh, that's not yeah, it is right, a long time ago.
It's been a few years, hasn't it? Remember Y2K and the millennium, so yeah.
Absolutely.
I wasn't born then, Melanie.
Shame on you, David. Too much champagne. Right. So next up, we have the most effective paid social campaign. The judges said that the use of complex audience targeting enabled huge goals to be achieved with a sensible spend. Impressive. The winner for the most effective paid social campaign is Imagination Technologies and Liberty, with a brand vision that captured the imagination. Here to accept the award is Gareth from Liberty.
Hello.
Gareth, nice to see you again. It's been a long time, 3-4 years maybe. You're looking well.
Well, I was on you a year ago winning an award for another client, Dave, so obviously didn't stand out too much that time.
Well, I think you won the later one, so I don't remember anything that happens after about 4:10. So yeah, you're just in time this year. So look, this is a semiconductor and software IP design company looking to tell its story to customers, prospects, government departments, suppliers, and new recruits spread all over the world, speaking different languages. So where does paid social play into that?
Well, it's something. I mean, we've been working with Imagination Tech with new partners now for a good 4 years. So we've been running paid social paid search campaigns for them for most of that time. So There's a lot of it as business as usual, but in this campaign in particular, it was about just getting the message out to stakeholders. So there was a lot of YouTube ads. There was ads on Facebook, ads on LinkedIn, ads on Twitter, because we had very really varied target audiences, which ranged from prospective staff to current employees of theirs, prospective clients, current clients, even the press, politicians. So that's why it was so complicated. That's why there was so much targeting, because we had to figure out where each of those people went online and the kind of content they consumed, and then made sure we got the right messages to each of them.
Good stuff. And the other thing about the campaign that I noticed looking at it was the timescale, a month to plan and a month to execute it. So not much margin for sort of hanging around.
No, we all worked pretty hard that month, but no, it was. I think the good thing there is because we've got a good working relationship and a good partnership. Even when it is a month to turn things around, we've already got things set up. We already have the processes. We already know, what's going to get signed off and what isn't. So whilst a month normally brings panic to a digital agency, here it's quite a bit easier.
Good stuff. Well done. And I promise if you're back here next year picking something else up, I'll remember this conversation. I'm going to play the recording back before I go to bed tonight.
Oh, I will be, mate. You don't get rid of me that easy.
See you later. Well done.
That's terrific. Well done. Up next, we have the most effective search campaign. The judges said that achieving results in one market is important. However, managing to replicate that internationally, as this campaign did so successfully, is, for me, the real essence of SEO. And the winner for the most effective search campaign is Go Cardless and Blue Array with the turbocharged growth. Here to accept the award is Francesca from Blue Array.
Hi everyone.
Hi, very well done. So Go Cardless, as I Googled them to make sure I could talk about them a little bit, they make it easy for businesses to handle recurring payments. And this campaign, you were looking to increase the number of organic entrances, by which presumably that's another word for sign-ups, is it?
The main goal was to achieve high organic growth in a fast way. So their main website was at the beginning easy, clean, and also easy to use for customers, but wasn't contributing really a lot to the business growth. So they saw in search like the main goal for achieving those business opportunities. And so the solution was basically to build an evidence-based content strategy with Blue Array. So in multiple regions of the world and Europe, yes.
And it worked very well. Big increases in organic entrances, and by the end of the campaign, the company was ranking the top 10 for almost 40,000 keywords, compared with just a few thousand before, I believe. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. We reached an increase year on year from 2021 and 2022 by 69% in organic entrances, and those entrances were mainly driven by non-brand traffic. So the branded traffic was a winning point, but our efforts with Blue Array was really to make sure we were covering non-brand terms in all markets.
Good stuff. Well, congratulations. Very well done.
Thank you so much.
Okay, our next category is the most effective retail campaign. Here, the judges were impressed by the wonderful use of data and insights to guide the campaign strategy and further optimize the performance. It was a great campaign. And the 2022 winner for the most effective retail campaign is Simplify with Group C Digital and Simplify Drive in-person visits for grocery store chain. That's a mouthful. I've practiced that so many times that I still stumbled on it. I'd like to welcome Corbin from Simplify to accept the award.
Hello, thank you very much.
Yeah, well done. I think it's just Melanie that they can't reveal the name of the client, which just makes the name of the entry a little bit longer. So Corbin, this was geofencing. I do like a bit of geofencing as somebody who's been writing about mobile for a while. So tell us a little bit about what you did.
Sure. So this campaign was for a grocery store chain in the Midwest. They were looking to successfully target local audience nationwide across 126 storefronts and increase in-person visits and accurately measure those visits by location.
Yeah, and can you tell us anything about the results? I can, but I'd rather hear it from you if we can.
Sure, yeah. Group C Digital planned the comprehensive campaign utilizing our geofencing technology with conversion zones. After capturing this audience of those who visited the target fences, the campaign served both display and OTT CTV ads to potential customers. The advertiser was thrilled with the results. The average cost per visit was just $3.22, beating the original goal of $5. And additionally, the CPV for mobile ads was only $2.25 and $5.27 for CTV ads. So in total, it came. Oh, sorry, what's that?
No, go for it. Go for it. Keep going. I thought you finished. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. So yeah, in total, the campaign brought in more than 163,000 visits to those 126 stores between June 2020 and June 2021.
Good stuff. So yeah, great campaign and great room you're in. I don't know if it's real or if it's a backdrop, but whatever it is, it looks cool.
Well, thanks. I'll leave it as a mystery for now.
Well done.
That's great. Terrific. All right. Our next category is the most effective data and analytics campaign. In this category, the judges felt that it was refreshing to see an organization ask its customers what they want, like, dislike, and implement changes accordingly, ultimately better for the customer and the organization. And the winner is Boundless and Truology with the Boundless membership relaunch. Here to accept the award is Karen from Truology.
Hello, hi, thank you. We're really excited to win this award.
Yeah, well done, well done. They richly deserved. So Boundless is a membership organisation for civil servants and public sector workers, both current and ex, and it's losing members rapidly, or it was. So what did you do to change things?
Yeah, well, absolutely. That was the key problem that we were there to solve, was the declining membership base, which is quite common, unfortunately, across a lot of membership organisations. So we were quite excited about this project because it allowed us to use research and data analytics to find out, as you say, what members wanted. So that was existing and prospect members as well. And it is hard to define some research where you're asking people what they want, because they're actually not very good at telling you. So we developed quite a sophisticated tool which would enable them to be presented with lots of different options. Boundless knew some of the products that they were thinking of introducing into their membership offering, and it was an opportunity for us to test that in a really sort of robust way. We came out of that with a tool which would help Boundless, and does help Boundless, to understand, you know, if they were to make changes, what would that do to their membership base? And I'm sure you can ask about the results. So that the product was launched at the end of last year and already exceeded targets. And importantly, for Boundless, you know, they managed to keep their retention at a really healthy level. So that didn't dip at all, which of course was a concern to them.
Yeah,
it's a great project.
The other thing that was interesting was that because you had the data to base it on, they actually put the price up, didn't they? Because they established that the demographic they were targeting, that wouldn't be an issue for them.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, they needed to be able to go to their board with, you know, strong evidence to say, you know, what the impact of changing that price would do. And as I say, it's really important that they weren't alienating their existing base who've been around for, you know, many years. And they're going, you know, this is carrying on now, so they're still able to use the tool now as they're exploring other options, which are all very exciting for this year.
Excellent. Well, very well done.
Thank you.
Okay, up next is the most effective advertising campaign. One of the entries in this category, the judges said that there was a complex set of challenges to overcome here, but this campaign did so brilliantly, delivering huge increases in traffic, revenues, and average order value. It is a worthy winner. And the winner for the most effective advertising campaign is TISO and QueryClick, with helping TISO reach new heights in retail. Here to accept the award is Kelvin from QueryClick.
Hi guys, thanks for that.
Yeah, congratulations. So these people, TISO, they are a retailer of outdoor clothing and equipment. They'd seen a growth in e-commerce during lockdown. They want to sustain this once the stores reopen. So what did you do?
So yeah, obviously after lockdown, a lot of people in retail were worried about the continued growth of online when stores reopen. So what we tried to diversify our diversify our marketing mix. So some of the things we've done was move away from brand bidding, phase that out, and spend looking at users further up the channel, up their journey. So thinking about the awareness acceleration phases. We looked at implementing a good BAU account structure and deployed a new shopping structure. We then began to scale up non-branded search campaigns, utilizing DSAs. One of the other challenges was also to focus on increasing footfall in store. So some of the stuff we did was encourage users to go back in store with using meta ads and kind of geo-targeted reach ads as well.
And again, great results. I think 110% increase in traffic, 210% increase in revenues. And for the non-branded search activity, that figure was 720%, and that was a key focus. So great campaign, and well done.
Great stuff. Thanks a lot.
Okay, the next category is the most effective pandemic campaign. The judges said that the winning entry here had great use of research, consumer listening, trends, insights, and then they came up with a brilliant content plan to create engagement for brand users and lovers. And the winner for the most effective pandemic campaign is Clarins UK and Hootsuite for how a retail experience leader went digital. Here to accept the award is Ian from Hootsuite.
Hey guys, fantastic. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well done, well done. So I gather the typical sales process for this brand would have been face-to-face consultations in store. Pandemic means that that's not possible. So what did you do to counter that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So obviously Clarins is a well-known skincare makeup brand. They're really well known for their excellent in-store experiences. So when a pandemic hit, as many businesses found out in retail, stores had to shut, and they really had to find a way of shifting that experience online and focusing more on e-commerce and really creating that in-store experience online. So yeah, we worked with Clarins to really utilize social as the sort of linchpin of that. So they started doing a lot of social listening activity and really tapping into sort of user and their customer conversation. And they realized that there was a big drop in interest around makeup and skincare during that sort of that beginning of the pandemic time. So by doing that social listening, they also realized that there was a big increase in keywords and conversation around self-care. So Clarins then went about creating a bit more of a content plan, which really focused on sort of self-care and targeting sort of the effects of stress through skincare and being a bit more sort of aware of the mental health and that kind of thing as well. So without any of the sort of additional budget, they looked at using some of their current staff at Clarins and some of their current content and really leverage some of their beauty coaches in store. So Rebecca Jones is one of them, who basically created a series of videos for Instagram stories that were from her own bedroom, and they all focused on sort of a DIY nature of skincare routines and that kind of thing, and users then be able to sort of look at her skincare rituals from her own home. And I think because it was so sort of real, it really connected a lot better from a more of a personal level with the consumers. And it worked really, really well. So on social, we saw engagement really jump. I think completion rates on stories jumped from about 20% to 75%. Clarins' new online consultation service had more than 450 bookings in the first month alone. And those bookings also had a much higher order volume than usual from customer shopping just on the Clarins website. I think they also drove some of the social ads drove about 30,000 website visits as well. They had a pretty low CPC and a CTR as well. So it just really shows how important it is, I think, just to listen to customers, adapt really quickly to what's happening, shift your tactics, and really utilize some of your sort of existing content and your existing staff as well. So yeah, a really fantastic outcome for Clarins.
Well, it was a great entry, and your 2-minute sort of brain dump on it was absolutely brilliant. I don't think there's barely a stat from the entry form that you didn't manage to squeeze in there. And so well done. The other thing I thought was really interesting, the only other company I've heard of doing this using their own partners, they call them, but employees as influencers, is John Lewis. So I think that's a really interesting idea.
Yeah,
anyway.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a good way of promoting advocacy within business, I think. So yeah, really smart move.
Good stuff. Well done.
Thanks.
We have reached our final campaign or platform category, and this will be followed by 2 special awards and the Grand Prix Award. Before we get to those, we have the most effective tech platform. The judges felt that the winning tech platform was a very interesting platform, results-driven and clearly hugely effective. And the winner for the most effective tech platform is MarketMuse from MarketMuse Premium. Here to accept the award is Jeff from MarketMuse. Welcome, Jeff.
Hi, thank you so much and really appreciate everything. If you're not familiar with MarketMuse, we're a content intelligence platform that focuses on content quality and predicting return on investment so that teams can evaluate how much content they need to create on a particular topic to exhibit expertise and drive wins in organic search. So thank you everyone at Masterclassing for putting this together and all the other entries. Cheers.
Yeah, no, well done, Jeff. I was a bit nervous when I first saw your entry. I thought your platform was actually creating the content. And as somebody who's spent the last 30 years writing, I didn't quite like the sound of that. But you're not creating the content. Tell us what part the platform plays in informing the content, as it were.
Sure. So we look at the content creation and update and refresh lifecycle as research, planning, briefing, writing, editing, and optimization or refreshing. And so we aim to improve efficiencies at all phases of the content lifecycle. So making sure that you're more effective in predicting winners, giving you insights as to where you have gaps. So automated content inventories, automated content audits that tell the story of where you have expertise or where you have competitive gaps or risks. So by improving each phase of that content creation or content update lifecycle, we're able to drive teams to just, do wild efficiency gains, 5x, 10x of what they expect. And that goes to, looking at how much content you produce or touch and how often is that successful. And when that number is, 5, 10%, which is about the norm that we see, and we move the needle on those numbers to 30 and 40%, it makes a big difference for the whole team.
Good stuff. Well, yeah, very well done. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Okay, that brings us to the end of the campaign and platform awards. At this point, we have 3 special awards remaining. First, we have 2 Digital Expert of the Year awards, followed by the Grand Prix. The Digital Expert of the Year awards are determined by over 5,000 brand marketers that have attended Masterclassing events in person and virtually around the world during the last year. At each event, attendees complete a feedback form and comment on the most effective presentations and compelling roundtable discussions. The results have been tabulated to determine the Digital Experts of the Year. So we'll start with North America. Attendees at Masterclassing's North American events said that the Digital Expert of the Year North America was, and I quote, exactly what I needed to put the team and me back on track. And secondly, this team shared super helpful insights and expert-led discussion. And the winner for the Digital Expert of the Year North America is Inmar Intelligence. Leah and Nicole from Inmar Intelligence are here to accept the award.
Hi there, fantastic. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear, Nicole. Very well done. Now, I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you because you guys are in the US and you do our US events. So I don't know an awful lot about your company, but just tell us a little bit about what you like about the events and your approach to doing a masterclass event, because you obviously do it in a way that the delegates like.
Yeah, by the way, thank you so much, David and team. We are really, truly honored. So yeah, I mean, we could not be more excited to be selected and quite frankly, shocked to be selected as a Digital Expert of the Year by Masterclassing. And you guys, work with such a range of marquee brands. And I think it really is the reason why, we won specifically for this award. It's an honor to be recognized by these household names, as Inmar Intelligence, has worked with many of these brands, as you guys have. And quite frankly, these brands are to thank, as we've jointly learned so much from them in this dynamic advertising space. The trends and best practices that we've brought to these master classes is a result of all the work that we've done with the CPG brands and other brands out there. So I feel like I want to thank, yes, Masterclassing and my team at Inmar, but really all of our clients and the brands that have attended.
Yeah, no, it's a very good point. We get a lot of partners at the end of an event who talk about how much they've learned from the brands. It's we don't really set things up that way. The idea is the brands are going to learn from the people on the coalface who were there to help them with, you know, whatever it is, whether it's social media, influencer marketing. But a lot of the partners do often come away and say, you know, I didn't realize there was such a need out there among the brands for X or Y. So it definitely then feeds into their own sort of product suite and product development, I think. So anyway, very, very well done. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, David. And thank you everyone for your support.
Congratulations, Nicole. Now we turn our focus to the Digital Expert of the Year for the masterclassing events conducted in the UK, Europe, the Middle East, Australia, and Singapore. Attendee comments about the winner here include the content was really engaging and thought-provoking as to how we could use these ideas within my organization. And I really liked the approach they took to start a discussion, asking the audience questions, facilitating engagement, and really driving home their point. And the winner for the Digital Expert of the Year in the UK, EMEA, and APAC is Cinch. To accept the award, I'd like to welcome Ria from Cinch.
Hey, hi, thank you so much for this award, and yeah, cheers. And also to just say that this is quite an interesting event, and of course, I'm glad to take this on behalf of Cinch.
Thank you very much. Well done. And this is not from us. It's not from the judges. It's from the delegates that turn up to these events. So, can I ask you the same question that I asked Leah just now, just in terms of what you like about the events and your approach to them?
So I think the best part about this event and the other virtual events that Cinch has attended is that the separation, like 10-15 minutes differently in a separate segment that we get with different customers, and that helps us focus our presentation, and it's not a cluttered approach, it's a more focused approach. So I think that is the best part about this particular event. And I'm glad to say that Cinch is leading in the customer engagement platform, and we're always with our customer base that we have, we are constantly having surveys, researches, and we are constantly finding different communication platforms that we can kind of reach out, because we want to be that one-stop platform for all the customers and prospects out there. And thank you, Masterclass, for making this such a smooth experience for all of us attending this, presenters and my team. It was like a great experience for us.
Oh, it's very kind of you. Thank you very much, Ria. I won't take anyone's time up now with explaining how the event format works. Just have a look at masterclassing.com and there's an explanation there if anyone's on the call today that only knows us through the awards and doesn't know the first thing about the events that we do. Melanie, back to you.
Okay, so we have one award left, and that is the Grand Prix Award. Now, this is the big one. It recognizes the best of the best from all of the winning entries. And the Grand Prix winner exemplifies both excellence in their field of digital marketing and outstanding campaign or platform effectiveness. Now, before we move on, I should also say that David selects this award with all of the winners in mind. So we're looking at the most incredible of really incredible campaigns. So thank you all for your efforts, and they're all to be commended. But the winner for the 2022 Grand Prix Award is MSF UK and Crafted. So I'd like to welcome back Beatty one more time. And David, I'll hand over to you so you can explain a little bit more about why this award was chosen, or this entry was chosen.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Well, I think it's, I've spoken before about the importance that we attribute to effectiveness. And every year when we get an entry from Crafted with MSF, there are so many good numbers in there. There's so much logic and well thought out strategy to how the campaign is planned. It's amended on the fly when, they see what's working and what's not working so well. As Beatty said earlier, they They take advantage of, you know, editorial coverage on TV to up their spend, to leverage that. But more than all, it's just about the numbers. And, you know, I don't think anyone could argue with any of the winners today taking the Grand Prix award. You could probably make a case for any of them, but we just believe that this is the one that deserves it. So BT, very, very well done.
Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone.
Good stuff. I won't ask you to go over the campaign. You've done that once already. And as I mentioned earlier, Melanie, we'll be putting reviews of each of the winning entries up on Mobile Marketing Magazine over the next few days.
And BT makes space on the mantle for all those trophies.
Just before I sign off, Melanie, I just want to say thanks to everyone for being here. There were some nice messages in the chat from companies that didn't win to those that did. So that's always nice. So thank you very much.
And that concludes the awards. But before we go, we'd like to thank all of you for your participation in this year's Effective Digital Marketing Awards. And we hope to see you again all next year. Take care, everybody. Thank you.
Bye-bye.